Volcanoes are the most destructive forces known to man. From the eruption of Mount Vesuvius that buried the Roman city of Pompeii to the devastation of Mount Toba in the Philippines in 1991, volcanoes have always been a major threat to human civilization. However, while these are certainly large and powerful eruptions, they pale in comparison to the truly massive explosive eruptions of Earth's supervolcanoes. These earth-shattering events have the power to change the course of history, not just for local populations, but for all of humanity. And today we will examine some of the most powerful supervolcanoes in history and explore their devastating effects on our world. One of the most well-known supervolcanoes is Yellowstone National Park in the United States. This supervolcano has had 3 major eruptions in the past, and each one has left its mark on the surrounding area. The most recent eruption was in 1985, which released an incredible 250 cubic kilometers of ash and pumice. While this was the largest volcanic eruption in the United States since the 19th century, it is only a small fraction of what the volcano is capable of producing. If Yellowstone were to experience a super eruption, the entire North American continent would be affected. The eruption column would reach 30 miles, or 50 kilometers into the atmosphere, leaving behind a layer of ash that could bury entire cities. Another supervolcano that is worth mentioning is the Toba supervolcano located in Indonesia. In 74,000 BC, it erupted with a force of 2,800 cubic kilometers, which is one of the largest known eruptions in Earth's history. The eruption threw a massive amount of ash and rock into the air, blocking out the sun and causing temperatures around the world to drop by as much as 5 degrees Celsius. This sudden climate change led to a mass extinction event, killing off many species of plants and animals and leaving humans as the dominant species on Earth. Now, let's take a look at some other supervolcanoes that have shaped the continents. Let's start with the Krakatoa volcano in Mexico. It is a stratovolcano that erupted for the first time in 1943, creating a new volcanic cone in the middle of a cornfield. The eruption lasted for 9 years and reached a height of over 330 meters. The lava flows from the volcano destroyed several nearby villages, but fortunately, there were no casualties. The new volcanic cone created by Krakatoa is still there today and serves as a reminder of the awesome power of volcanoes. Next, let's look at the Krakatoa volcano in Indonesia. In 1883, Krakatoa erupted with such force that the explosion was heard over 3,000 miles away in Australia. The eruption column reached a height of 35 kilometers into the atmosphere, and the resulting tsunami claimed the lives of more than 36,000 people. Krakatoa is one of the most infamous volcanoes in history, and its eruption serves as a warning of the deadly consequences of volcanic activity. Moving on, let's take a look at the Vesuvius volcano in Italy. You may already be familiar with the eruption of Vesuvius that destroyed the Roman city of Pompeii in 79 AD, but did you know that the volcano has had many other eruptions? One of the largest eruptions occurred in 472 AD, when a thick layer of ash covered the entire region. This eruption caused widespread crop failure and famine, leading to a decline in the population of the Roman Empire. Next, we'll explore the Novarupta volcano in Alaska. In 1912, Novarupta erupted with such force that it became the largest volcanic eruption of the 20th century. The eruption column reached a height of 30 kilometers into the atmosphere, and the lava flows covered an area of over 3,300 square kilometers. Fortunately, there were no casualties, as the eruption occurred in a remote area of Alaska. Now let's take a look at the La Soufrière volcano in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. In 1902, La Soufrière erupted, destroying the city of Kingstown and killing over 3,000 people. The eruption column reached a height of 25 kilometers into the atmosphere, and the resulting pyroclastic flows destroyed everything in their path. La Soufrière is one of the most dangerous volcanoes in the Caribbean, and it remains active to this day. We now come to the Unzen volcano in Japan. In 1792, Unzen erupted, causing massive landslides that killed over 15,000 people. The eruption column reached a height of 20 kilometers into the atmosphere, and the debris from the landslides covered an area of over 1,600 square kilometers. Unzen is one of the most active volcanoes in Japan, and it continues to be monitored closely by scientists. Our next stop is the Santa Maria volcano in Guatemala. In 1917, Santa Maria erupted, sending an eruption column 25 kilometers into the atmosphere. The eruption caused widespread damage and claimed the lives of hundreds of people. Santa Maria is one of the most active volcanoes in Central America, and it remains a potential threat to the local population. Finally, we arrive at the Mauna Loa volcano in Hawaii. In 1950, Mauna Loa erupted, covering an area of over 230 square kilometers with lava. The eruption lasted for 22 days and produced a lava lake that reached a height of 180 meters. Mauna Loa is the largest active volcano on Earth, and it continues to be one of the most closely monitored volcanoes in the world. While these supervolcanoes can cause massive destruction and loss of life, they also play an important role in shaping the Earth. The ash and debris from these eruptions often form fertile soils that are ideal for agriculture. The heat from these eruptions can also lead to the discovery of geothermal energy, which can be used to generate electricity. Additionally, the unique landscapes created by these eruptions can become popular tourist destinations. It's important to remember that while these supervolcanoes are dormant, they are not extinct. They may erupt again in the future, and it is important that we continue to study them so that we are prepared for any eventuality. Scientists are constantly monitoring these volcanoes for signs of activity and using advanced technology to predict any potential eruptions. But what if one of these supervolcanoes were to erupt today? What would happen to our world? The effects of such an eruption would be catastrophic. The eruption column would block out the sun, causing darkness to fall even during the day. The ash and debris would cover entire cities, making them uninhabitable. The heat from the eruption would cause widespread fires, further damaging the environment. The economic impact would be devastating, with entire industries being wiped out due to the destruction. It is important to note that the impact of such an eruption would not be limited to the immediate surroundings. The ash and debris would spread far and wide, affecting areas far from the epicenter. The climate would be thrown into chaos, leading to extreme weather events and crop failures. The global economy would be thrown into turmoil as trade routes were disrupted and supply chains were broken. To prepare for such an event, it is important that we invest in early warning systems and disaster preparedness. We need to develop technologies that can accurately predict volcanic eruptions and alert people in the surrounding areas. We also need to have plans in place for evacuating people from danger zones and providing them with the necessary resources. In conclusion, supervolcanoes are truly awe-inspiring natural phenomena that have shaped the continents and influenced the course of history. From the super eruption of Toba that led to a mass extinction event to the more recent eruptions of Mount Pinatubo and Novarupta. These volcanoes have had a profound impact on our world. While supervolcanoes pose a significant threat to human civilization, they also play an important role in the Earth's ecosystem. By studying these volcanoes and understanding their behavior, we can better protect ourselves from their destructive power and harness the benefits they provide. It is through continued research and innovation that we can ensure that we live in harmony with these magnificent natural wonders. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you never miss out on future updates. Now leave a comment below and tell us what other topics you'd like us to cover. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.